Yo, what up, y'all? Long time no hear from. First, I want to say happy birthday, E. E-Ball, a.k.a. Corey Holcomb. I tell you, remind me of Corey Holcomb, E. Yeah, I got like that same type of persona. You know what I mean? Every time I see Corey Holcomb, you know what I mean, talking something or whatever, or cracking jokes, it made me think about you. But happy B-Day, my guy. Listen, here's the thing. I see, I see my boy Dre made some comments about, guys not being active and guys that we got rid of. First, I want to address the guys not being active. Anybody that's not active, put a notice in, let us know what's going on. I mean, sometimes we can't forget that, you're just not going to have the time to always cut on the game. You know what I mean? So for the most part, guys do send a message behind the scenes saying, yo, I got this going on, I'm going to be out. You know what I mean? They do communicate, So that's understandable, everybody's not going to always be able to just play. You might have one season where you played every game. And then you might have one season where you legitimately only could play 10 games. That's just the way it is, right? Because everybody got responsibilities, different things they need to take care of. So that's that. And as far as the guys that we got rid of, I'm not worrying about having a league filled with a bunch of guys that's quote unquote competition, because the flip side is guys who you think is competition might only be competition because of the funny stuff that they doing. So if you pull back the curtain and you get to see what's going on in the dark, are they really still considered competition, or are they just guys that's doing fugazi stuff that just been getting away with it? I don't regret none of the guys that I got rid of, because you can't do no funny stuff and think that it's gonna fly. One thing we know about these leagues is that these leagues are copycat leagues, right? These leagues are monkey see, monkey do. So if you get a guy in here that's kicking 10 onside kicks a game because there's some type of glitch going on with the game, guess what? Don't be surprised you start seeing half the league or more than half the league, all of a sudden everybody kicking a bunch of onside kicks now in the game. Stuff like that kills the league. So, and I said before, I don't worry about having the best players. I worry about having the right players. The right players is what keeps the league rocking, not necessarily the best players. You understand? There was a lot of funny stuff that dudes was doing. And you got to remember, if I jump out and I finally decide to make a move on something, it's not just from that one incident that y'all may think. It's other stuff that's already been brewing. And this right here was just the overspill. So I never come out and overreact to nothing. Not saying that nobody said that I did, but I just gotta let it be known, yo, man, guys who you think is competitive might not be as competitive as you think. Certain guys only might be competitive because of the stuff that they doing that's being allowed that they can do as far as what the game allow. So you gotta be careful with that, who's competitive and who's not. As far as competition, there are still a lot of guys in here that can ball. You know what I mean? Even if you look at Claw and say, yo, Claw been dominating, Claw has had a lot of close games. You know what I'm saying? He just win the close games. Now, if he was smoking everybody by 30, then it's just like, all right, man, we got a dude in here that's clearly on a whole different league than everybody. But that ain't been the case. You know what I'm saying? And let's be honest, if he winning like that, then everybody need to step their game up. Don't worry about having somebody else in here that can get the job done. You dig down, get your game better, and you take a guy out. You know what I mean? But like, you know, a lot of stuff that y'all don't know, just because it's not on the front scene, you know what I'm saying, on front line, but doesn't mean that stuff ain't going on behind the scenes. You know, so again, don't get caught up with guys that you say is competitive. You know what I'm saying? Because the guys that you say is competitive is guys that are doing a bunch of bogus stuff. And before you know it, now you got the whole league doing a whole bunch of bogus stuff, and now you got a league that's looking like a circus. You know, so me, I don't get caught up in who's nice and who's not. If you're not good for the league, you're not good for the league. You know, I just think that, and like I said before, for guys that hasn't been active lately, like, I pretty much know the reason why. It's not for me to get on the chat and say, look, this person ain't gonna be playing because he said this. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, all right, cool. If you get the win, you get the win. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, guys do communicate behind the scene and let it be known what they got going on and around how long they're going to be busy for. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? We all grown. Like, everybody not going to have the time to just go home and pick up a game and just play. You know, these games can easily take an hour. You know, so just keep that in mind, man. You know what I'm saying? Just keep that in mind. And, you know, at the end of the day, most of the guys are still playing. Like, you know, so I don't even know why, you know, that type of thing, you know, certain type of things would even be said. You know what I'm saying? For the guys that's getting forced wins over certain guys, like, yeah, we know why they're not here. You know what I'm saying? But they'll be back. And if they're not going to be back, they'll let us know. You know what I'm saying? It's on to the next. You know what I mean? But the reason, what made our leagues so different than many others is because of the way we run the leagues. You know what I mean? That's a key element that people need to realize. Like, you got people that got a lot of leagues out here, and their leagues is ran a certain way because of the commissioners a certain way. So if you play in the league and you say, yo, man, this league out, man, these dudes over there be doing a lot of funny stuff. Mad dudes over there be doing funny stuff. That's because the commissioner doing funny stuff. So therefore, now that league is no longer looked at as respected because you got a bunch of guys over there doing a bunch of stuff they shouldn't be doing. What makes our league, you notice I'm saying our because it is our, what makes our league so official is that we run it a certain way. So I don't care how competitive a guy may seem. If he get caught doing some hoe stuff behind the scene, he gonna get treated like a hoe. And there's no other way for me to put that. And again, like I say, don't always get caught up with guys that's competitive. Some guys are only competitive because the funny stuff that they were doing. Now, let me just give you an example. Carnage whole scheme, and look, here's what I'm saying. Carnage was in 2 leagues, right? He started tanking in one league and playing in the other. Over here in Wick, Carnage whole scheme was a YouTube scheme. I don't care about that. That's his business. But because he was able to only run a YouTube scheme in the other league, he couldn't even compete. Wasn't making no playoffs or nothing. So he didn't have no scheme of his own. So again, is Carnage still considered nice to you? Like, you gotta be careful who you throw that word around. You know who's nice to me? Murph, along with many others. But Murph is nice, right? Because Murph ball out with the Saints, same Saints team that many would get pummeled with. Murph balled out with the Dolphins. Two different teams. One team is way better than the other. You know what I'm saying? He had to figure it out, and he did. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's definitely an example of somebody with a scheme. Carnage, no scheme. Strictly YouTube material. You know what I mean? You needed a certain type of thing in order to compete. If you nice, if you a baller, you gonna ball with any team. Yeah, Big Game James nice without a doubt. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are guys that's nice. We still got hella talent and competitors in the league. I'm just saying you got to be careful who you give that title to. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like when you get guys like DP and these dudes who start playing certain guys and they want to start chewing clock in the second quarter, like, come on, man. Is that them being competitive, or that's them is just on some old F-boy-ish? You know what I'm saying? When you start playing dudes and you got a breakout game and y'all decided to coerce with each other and y'all letting each other score two touchdowns each in under a minute, is that competitive? Like, that's not competitive. That's some more whole stuff. When you find out Madden got a game, Madden got some type of onside kick going on where it's like you're gonna retrieve more than 50% of them, and all of a sudden you get a guy that come out kicking 10 and 11 of them in the game. Is that being competitive, or is that just trying to take example? Is that just trying to take, exploit the funny stuff that Madden is allowing? Like, you gotta be careful who you label that competitive title to. Everybody not competitive, even if it looks like they are. Certain guys only competitive because what they're exploiting what the game allows. That's a big difference. A very big difference. Just saying. I gave Claude props when he first won the ball with the 49ers. You know why? Because a lot of guys only was saying what he can do with certain type of quarterbacks. The man won the ball with Brock Purdy. You know what I'm saying? So the man won the ball with Brock Purdy. What's the excuse? What's the excuse then? You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing. What I will say about Claude, I don't think Claude gets enough credit for his defense. I think you guys get so caught up in saying what type of quarterback he need and certain routes that he run. He don't get enough credit for his defense, and he don't get enough credit for just playing smart. Because when he won the ball with the 49ers, the man was killing with McCaffrey and playing defense. You know what I'm saying? Brock Purdy wasn't lighting the league up and passing. Brock Purdy wasn't throwing for 250 and 300 yards a game. I mean, the dude just plays smart, something that a lot of guys don't do. Like I said, every game Claude plays not a blowout. To be honest with you, Claude have a lot of close games. He just pull them out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to be careful what you put out there, and everything that you see ain't always what it seems. That's all I'm saying. And for somebody like me, if I jump out and I decide to boot somebody, trust me, it's not because of, oh, you did this, you out of here. It's other stuff that I already knew that was going on, but this right here is just the icing on the cake. That's all it is. Honestly. Like, do y'all think that I think about this game, about who doing what, who need to be booted? I don't care about that. I don't even think about this game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just go on to play a game and get off. Don't believe me? Look at my coach points up top. Almost 400 points. I be forgetting to use stuff. I just be getting on playing, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not somebody that lose and then try to downplay and be like, well, I just go ahead and play. You know what I'm saying? Then when I win, I'm beating my chest. No. Now I'm trying to win at my own expense, right? I'm still trying to compete, but yet I'm not putting the work in to really compete. I'm cool with that. I'm fine with that. I can live with that. You understand? But bottom line is I'm not somebody that's going to get on here and just front. If I lose and be like, oh, you guys lucky I don't be putting the work in. I'm not here for all of that. I play. If I lose, I lose. All right, cool. On to the next. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to compete at my best. At my best. Whatever I'm able to do. You know what I mean? Like, that's just what it is. You know, but if I am going to have a league, though, my goal is to have a league ran a certain route, no matter what I'm doing as a user. But if I got other guys playing something that my name is stamped on, it got to be ran a certain way. And there's certain guys, I just can't have them, no matter how much you feel like they compete or whatever. It's like, nah, man, they no good for the league. Them guys will kill the league before you know it. So I just wanted to hop on and touch on that, you know what I'm saying, and just say be careful about who you think is competitive, because everybody that you think is competitive, not as competitive as you think. That's all I'm saying. You know, that's just what it is, man. Like, I've been playing this game long enough to know, you know, I know who the real ones are, you know, and I know who the phonies are. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of guys that only run plays that they feel like is, you know, OD. I mean, if you think back, let's just look, for instance, let's just look at, forget this Madden, let's look at the last two Maddens. What is this, Madden 24, Madden 23? The last two Maddens, right? Madden 23, Madden 22. Remember that defense that everybody was running? The 3-4 cover drop. It's no coincidence you don't really see nobody running it no more like that. You know why? Because it don't have the same effect. It's not as OD anymore. But the other two Maddens, man, you had dudes damn near running that every chance they got because it was OD. You know what I'm saying? But guys ain't really running it like that no more because they don't have the same effect. So if you was running that defense, two Maddens, the last two Maddens, and you look like your defense was so on point, was it really a defense, or was it really a defense that you see that the game was exploiting? I mean, this is why you always heard me get on here and say I don't respect everybody, and I don't. It's only a handful I really respect. Yeah, the 3-4 cover drop. Remember how many guys was running that at every opportunity they got? It's no coincidence you don't really see that defense being called anymore. You see it called here and there, but it's nowhere near have the same impact as it did. Why nobody running that? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you get guys that just running the exploits. That don't make you nice. You just running the exploits. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, listen, however you got to get it, you know, whatever makes you sleep better at night, go get it. You know why? You know why I always consider myself one of the best defensive players in the league? Because I'll run a ton of different things. There's not one thing I'm going to run constantly or that you're going to be like, oh, you only running that because it's OD. I switch it up and run so many different things. You know what I'm saying? So it's a difference between real raps and metaphors. You dig? But I'm going to do these predictions real quick. And then I'm going to hop off here and continue on my day. You know, but listen, man, we still here. We still balling. Guys still putting that work in. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, to guys that feel like they underachieving, step your game up. That's all. Don't be afraid to go southpaw. You know, if you're passing too much, don't be afraid to run. If you're running too much, don't be afraid to pass. If you blitzing and playing man too much, don't be afraid to play zone. And if you're zoning too much, don't be afraid to play man. I think that's quite obvious, right? Can't say it no better than that. But anyway, let's get into these predictions, shall we? Week 6, we got Bills and Commanders. I've warned y'all about the Commanders a couple of seasons ago when the Titans was balling. The Titans made the playoffs. I said the Commanders is also one of them guys that was on his way. He's having his best season so far. I think he's 3-2 or 4-2, something like that. First time he's been over 500 at this stage in the season. So, like I said, I give credit when credit's due. Sometimes all it takes is a slight tweak. Sometimes all it takes is stop turning the ball over so much, and you'd be amazed at how much of a difference you'll see in results. He's going against a Bills team who look like they're trying to get their swagger back, like he's walking in that right direction. I think this game's going to be pretty competitive. I'm going to go with the Bills on the road, but don't be surprised if the Commanders win this game, but it's going to be close in my opinion no matter what. Give me Bills 20, Commanders 16. Seahawks and Ravens. BAP going against Third World. Both teams is off to a good start. Ravens at home. In the other league, Third World he's been having BAP number, but that's that league. It's a whole different league. You know, we'll see what the personnel matchup is like over here. I'm going to go with the Ravens in this one because I feel like the Ravens had way more time than the Seahawks had as far as personnel-wise. But if D3 wins this game, I will not be surprised at all. But I'm going to give this slight edge to the Ravens only because they're at home. But I think this game's going to be competitive as well. Give me the Ravens this week over the Seahawks. I'm going to go 27-23. Next, we got Colts and Jags. Jags having their best start that they had in a while. They're going against a Colts team who's looking to finally trying to turn the corner, but he still got some ways to go. I'm going Jags in this one over the Colts, 31-14. Next, we got Falcons in Orlando. Neither team is having a good start. I'll just go with the home team in this one. I'll take Orlando to win 28-21. Blues and Pats. E-ball. If I was you, I'll play today because today is your birthday. Maybe it'd give you some of that luck that you been missing out on. You know what I mean? But you know, he definitely needs something to go his way. But we'll see. But I'm gonna take the Pats, man. I just don't like the confidence that I've been saying in E lately. So I'm gonna take the Pats. Final score, 33-27. Drags and Bears. I don't even know if this game will get played. Force will probably go to the Bears. So I'm gonna set that. Oh no, I'm bugging. They just advanced. But yeah, if they do play, I'll go with the Bears. I think the Bears is off to a solid start, unless I'm wrong. But if they play this game, I'll take Bears 35-20. Titans and Chargers. Always vibing, trying to get that magic back that he had a few seasons ago. This would be a good opportunity for him to trend in the right directions. He's on the road. I'm going to go with the Titans in this one. I'm going to lean Titans, but I think it'll be close. I'm going to take Titans over the Chargers, 2017. Next, we got Bucks and Rams. Rams is a new user. Bucks, they haven't been having no type of success on any account. I'm going to take the Rams in this one. And I'll take Rams in this one over the Bucks. 28-24. Browns and Niners. Oh, Niners already got the force. This is the force for Shamrocks. Texans and Bisons. Should be a good one. Bison's been holding up to his word going back to last season. He's been playing good ball. So this right here is going to be a good matchup for him. You know what I'm saying? Josh, definitely a baller. Definitely one of the top users in the AFC in my opinion. But I think he won't have his quarterback this game neither. So I'm going to take the Bisons. I'll take the Bisons 35. No quarterback is going to hurt Texans. But when you're a baller, I just feel like you'll find a way, right? So I'll say 35-21. Packers and Steamers. Brooklyn on the road. Green Bay coming in there. Divisional matchup. Good position for Brooklyn to show what they bring to the table. I got Brooklyn in this one to upset. Give me Brooklyn over the Packers in the close one. 30. All I'm gonna go 30-27. Next, we got Steelers and Bengals. DK against P. Earl. These two played not too long ago, if I'm not mistaken. Bengals won that one. Bengals going for the sweep. I think Pearl gets this one. I don't think he gets swept, but I think it's going to be a battle. I got Steelers in this one over the Bengals, 34-30. Dolphins and Giants. Murph going against Big Mo. Dolphins off to a good start. Giants off to his best start. But I got Dolphins coming into play. You know, they're on the road, but I still think they're coming in. But we'll see. We'll see what type of game plan Giants come in with. But I'm going with Miami. I'll take Dolphins in this one. I'm gonna go 34-23. 34-23. Dolphins over the Giants. All right, y'all. That's it. That's the fifth quarter. Week 6. Just advanced today, if I'm not mistaken. And see y'all week 7. I'm out.